Welcome to the Coach's Corner. John Stanko of Gaels.com, being joined by Melissa Inouye of the Iona College softball program. Coach, it's finally here. The season kicks off this Friday against DePaul. You excited to finally play some competitive softball?
Definitely. We're excited. You know, the weather forecast is supposed to be low to mid 70s, so we're excited. We'll get tested right away with the five opponents that we're playing this weekend, but definitely looking forward to seeing what our journey is going to be this year.
The Gaels were selected 4th in the MAC preseason coaches poll. Is that where you were expected to be?
Yeah, kind of, sort of, but we don't really pay attention to that kind of stuff. All it is a website write-up and things for sports information guys and girls to do. So, unfortunately, we don't even talk about it as a team.
And part of that preseason selection was 3 preseason All-MAC honorees in Alana Evans, Tori Danner, and Marissa Gergel. Touching first on Danner and Evans, they were arguably the most dynamic battery mate or tandem in the entire MAC last year. How can they improve upon the success they had last season?
If anything, it gives us a lot of experience in the the circle and behind the plate, which you win a lot of ball games if you have good pitching and good defense. And so, if anything, we look forward to them having the same kind of year, if not even better. And I think, if anything, their experience is going to be able to, kind of help all the newcomers and anybody else that we're looking to step up this year. And then Marissa, she's been kind of steady the last few years, and so we definitely look for her to get some good production in probably the beginning part of the lineup.
Yeah, Marissa has kind of been the unsung hero of this lineup for the past couple of years, and this year she might take more of a fulcrum point with pitchers maybe game planning for her more often than in years past. How will she adjust to more of that spotlight?
She's got really good hand-eye coordination, and her being a lefty kind of allows her to be a triple threat. She's able to put the ball down on a bunt, slap, hit for power. Trying to get her to hit for a little bit more power. I think she's going to probably be in the top half of the order because she gets on base quite a bit. But we definitely look forward to her, her last 2 years of experience to not only have a really good junior year.
And last year, a freshman who had great success was Marnie Skinner, and you bring in another rookie pitcher this year in Samantha Bender, who you have a lot of excitement for. What can Bender learn from Skinner's success last year that she can implement in the 2018 season?
I think not only, Marnie can share with her kind of that, you're going to take your bumps a little bit maybe in the beginning part of the season and you're going to hit a lull, but I think the biggest thing is keep competing, keep getting better and giving your team a chance to win. But if anything, all of our pitchers can give, Sam Bender some experience and some knowledge. They've all been through the process, and that's something that we definitely always preach. So, Jess being a senior, Lonnie being a junior and Marnie being a sophomore, those 3 can definitely be a good tool for Sam throughout the season.
Now, one thing from a broad coaching standpoint is at the beginning of the year, there's a lot of fiddling with the lineup, if you will. You have what you expect going in, but start of the year, some young players might get hot, some players might start to slump. How do you adjust that, being a coach, adjusting to the hot streaks, the cold streaks, but also with what you expect it to be maybe during MAC play?
Yeah, I mean, we have 19 players, and we, definitely look for all of them to be able to contribute, whether it's a game or a weekend or whatever. But yeah, the lineup is always something that you try to figure out, hopefully within the first month of the season, so that way, at least by conference play, you have something a little bit more consistent. But sometimes it could be based on matchups. It could be on who's hitting better in the early part of the order. But it's something that it will be a little bit difficult, I think, this year because of how deep we are, and I think there's a lot of versatility within our lineup. And one thing we're really stressing this year is quality at bats and people really buying into the role and kind of more team offense rather than trying to rely on 1 or 2 kids.
Well, depth is obviously a good problem for any coach to have. Now, the unofficial start was last weekend, your first kickoff dinner, Just talk about that event and some alumni you had back to celebrate the Iona softball program and looking forward to 2018.
That was our 3rd dinner, and every year we've kind of taken a different spin. 2 years ago in 2016, we had Natasha Watley, a 2-time Olympic medalist. And I think it's kind of ironic because, now that 2020 is back with softball in Tokyo, last year we did the Amy Burdett Riggs Award, and this year our purpose and focus of our dinner was to have 2 alums speak. So we had Chelsea Sheehan, class of 2012, and Lori Bogart, class of 2001, speak, and they were awesome. Their messages to the team just definitely resonated with them, and you could still tell that they had a passion for the game, as well as they just wanted them to really, to our players to really take advantage of their opportunity and really have fun with the season and to really rely on the team. So great night. We had a really good parent support, and if anything, it was really nice to see our girls kind of all dressed up and getting ready for the season.
Well, Coach Inouye, appreciate the time. Best of luck as first pitch for your season against DePaul this Friday afternoon.